Ulama is a ball game played in a few communities in the Mexican state of Sinaloa, descended from the Aztec version of the Mesoamerican ball game. The game is one of the oldest continuously played sports in the world and is notable for the fact that it is the oldest known game using a rubber ball. History. The word ulama comes from the Nahuatl word Olamalitztli, a combination of olamas and olai. Olamalitztli was the Aztec name for the Mesoamerican ball game, whose roots extended back to at least the 2nd millennium BC, in evidence of which has been found in nearly all Mesoamerican cultures in an area extending from modern-day Mexico to El Salvador, and possibly in modern-day Arizona and New Mexico. Archaeologists have uncovered rubber balls dating to at least 1600 BC. Ball game are figures from at least 1200 BC and nearly 1500 ancient ball courts. However, due to its religious and ritual aspects, Spanish Catholics suppressed the game soon after the Spanish conquest, leaving it to survive in areas such as Sinaloa, where Spanish influence was less pervasive. Ulama games are played on a temporary courts called a taste. The bounds of these long narrow courts are made by drawing or chalking thick lines in the dirt. The courts are divided into opposing sides by a center line, called an inalco. A ball that is allowed to cross the end line, the chichiaquivo, will result in a point for the opposing team. Points or rares are gained in play. The scoring system provides for resetting the score to 0 in certain conditions, which can make for lengthy games. The modern-day game has 3 main forms: Ulama de Cadera, a hip ulama. A hip ulama team consists of 5 or more players wearing loincloths with leather hip pads for some protection against the heavy rubber ball. Ulama de Antebrazo, a forearm ulama, played on a smaller field, with teams of 1 to 3 players and a ball lighter than that of hip ulama. The game requires the players to return the ball using the wrapped forearm. Women often play this game, Ulama de Mazo or Ulama de Palo, in which a heavy 2-handed wooden paddle strikes a 500 grams ball, usually with teams of 3 or 4. The object of the game is to keep the ball in play and in bounds. Depending on the score and the local variant of the rules, the ball is played either high or low. A team scores the point when a player of the opposing team hits the ball out of turn, misses the ball, knocks the ball out of bounds, touches the ball with the hands or some other body part aside from the hip, accidentally touches a teammate, lets the ball stop moving before it reaches the center line, or even if they fail to announce the score after they have scored a point. The first team that scores 8 points wins. If both teams end up having the same number of points after a turn, both sides begin again from 0. One record-setting game reportedly lasted for 8 days, but most modern games are stopped after about 2 hours. Ulama balls. See also Mesoamerican rubber balls. Modern ulama balls are made using a traditional technique. Rubber sap is boiled with other ingredients to vulcanize it and allow it to retain its shape. Using the traditional technique also makes the balls expensive and difficult to obtain.